Oh boy.
This is all kid stuff. It's just a bunch of charms. I'm allowed to watch TV and go on the internet, but I ain't allowed in here? My daddy makes no sense sometimes. You agree, right, Agent York? This is all just kid stuff.
Look at this, Zack.
He's gonna love it. I know
All
it.
the mysticism of the Deep South gathered up into one quaint little shop. This is 100 times more exciting than the FBI evidence vault. It's a vast treasure chest. So much to study, so much to learn.
What a place. Ah, yes, the mirror. Oh, this is gonna be good.
Thou art a seeker, and I see the object of thy desire. Doth this be what thou seekest?
A T-Rex with a hat. The mirror. Oh, it's a crocodile with a hat.
Now,
Alligator.
and only now. Surely fortune shall not bless thee with another chance.
I'll take 7.
Purchase this, and know that thy wishes shall be granted.
That's crazy. Even I can tell you're getting cheated, Agent York.
I disagree, Patty. This person can be trusted.
He seems so
I've been studying
trustworthy
people
after
for
all.
quite a while, so I can tell. That figurine is connected to our future.
My price is true. What say thee?
It'll only require 15 payments of $39.99. $30 for this alligator. A strapping alligator wearing a top hat, standing on 2 legs. Also, he has a cane. Oh, we're buying it.
I'll buy it.
Thou art a man of refined taste.
Clearly.
I am loath to part with it, but 'twould be a fool's errand to keep it from such a keen-eyed soul.
What's wrong with you? No normal person would ever buy a piece of junk like that. Not even at a garage sale.
Marvelous, isn't it, Zack? What a treasure. I can't wait to use it.
Use it? Where? How?
Isn't it obvious, Patty?
You just have to have faith, Patty.
I'm going to put it in front of Mrs. Carpenter's house.
In front of her house?
Yes, I'm sure this figurine will stop her right in her tracks. And that'll give us a chance to finally topple the 10 maidens.
Are you serious?
Of course I am, and so is Zack. Aren't you?
I'm seriously wondering if I should quit helping you out with this.
Two for one. Place the alligator figurine in front of Mrs. Carpenter's house while she's home.
Verily, much shall serve thee well here.
Charms can help you out in various ways. Necklaces boost bullets, elemental effects. Dolls boost physical abilities. Incense can boost your skateboard abilities, and Talisman boost your performance in minigames. You can enhance your charms at Urzuli Freda. Pick what charms you like most, then enhance them to create your own personal voodoo loadout. And also expand your altar so you can have more equipped at once. And you need materials and money to make stuff. So I have like no items, so I cannot make anything. Which is fine.
I can see thou hast discovered the very purpose of my emporium. That is, me alone.
Okay. Oh, okay. This is a side quest that I am not gonna do. You have to collect 5 beads, basically, bring them back to him, and he gives you... I don't remember. It's some voodoo charm, and it's totally not worth it. And this is basically what all the side quests are. They didn't even, like, do voiceovers for half of them. You just... The game felt very unfinished when it came out, and it's still that way, unfortunately. At least compared to, the first game. Which is a shame, because I do like it. I like the story. As ridiculous as it may be.
Whoa.
Whoa!
That was close.
Well, look at you, all standing there like you're expecting me to apologize. Huh, it's your fault for not paying attention.
Galena Clarkson.
What?
Got a moment?
Can't say I do. I'm in a hurry here.
I won't take up too much of your time. I'd just like to ask you a few questions.
I said I'm in a hurry, Peckerwood. Now get out of my way.
Ah, now this is the Deep South.
Patty, who is that?
Kalina Clarkson. PJ Clarkson's second daughter, and Lisa's mother.
Oh, really?
Zach, we've found ourselves a Clarkson.
The murdered girl's
She's
mother.
not here. My dolly. She's not here. My dolly isn't here.
One of the key persons in this case just came out of the woodwork to meet us. Now things are really getting interesting. Isn't that right, Zach?
Okay. So Lisa's mom's into the voodoo. Or whatever cheap trinkets that the mirror is making. I wonder why this game only came out on Switch originally. Because they clearly did a less than stellar job of optimizing it. You think a game made specifically for the Switch would run a lot better than it does. Okay, so we got the Gator figurine, but we can't do that until nighttime. And we can go to the cold storage warehouse. Might as well do that now. So time is a big factor for stretching this game out. They make a lot of the main quests where you can only do it certain times on certain days. To the point where sometimes you have to like wait, I think at one point 6 days to move the story forward. I think it's just to stretch the game out. Because there's like no reason for it, since the side stuff is not very time consuming. or worth doing. So basically, when we hit to those time gates, they kind of lock us out of doing stuff. We're just gonna end up sleeping for like 5 days at a time, so... Am I going the wrong way? I kind of am, actually. Okay, I need to go this way. On the old skateboard. Stuff's even marked on the map and I still went the wrong way. Oh yeah, we're top speed now. And like even the world just looks so lifeless. I mean, if you want, you can get in a fight with squirrels. I don't remember how to even... Oh, I don't think I can use my gun yet because they didn't introduce it. So I guess we'll just... skate on by that. Made a wrong turn. And there it is. Old storage warehouse. Clarkson Food Delivery Services. Snag a coffee. Or two.
Mr. York, that was mighty quick. The special agent does it again. You sure don't waste any time. I bet my CLG's got a lot
Yeah,
to
you know
learn from
me.
you. By the way, Mr. York, looks to me like you aren't packing anything.
I was on vacation in New Orleans before I happened to stop by here.
Oh, I don't have a gun. I just had bullets on me for some reason.
Well, shoot, that won't do. Here, I got something I think you'll like. I call him Mr. Alligator. Badass, ain't he?
Uh-huh.
It's a tranquilizer gun for the gators.
A non-lethal gun made for self-defense. It can only fire rubber bullets.
And here's a radio. With this, you won't have to worry about any expensive roaming fees.
Was that still a thing in 2005?
Might take you a while to get used to them, but you'll get it.
I guess we are in the deep south,
Try letting
though.
them rip a few times. Ain't no need to hold back out here.
Yeah, just fire off your gun outside this private business. No need to worry about it. Mr. Alligator is a gun that fires non-lethal rubber bullets. You can purchase more at the shops. Keep an eye on your stock. And basic gun controls. Like how the game hangs every time one of the boxes breaks. Also, the aiming is super stiff and
Now,
horrible.
This is an intriguing weapon. For a tranquilizer gun, it really packs a punch. But I'm afraid I'll decline. After all, this town is peaceful, isn't it?
Well, sure is peaceful. At least the humans are. But the animals are a different story. Remember what I named it? There are some real mean-ass gators out there in the swamps. And every now and then, they wander into town. One of them even went and ate a kid once. It happened
Jesus.
a long time ago, but still. One chomp's all it takes. They swallow down every last bit of you. Poor kid's parents didn't even know what to put in his coffin. The worst part is, that taught the gators just how tasty we humans are. So now, those suckers just attack on sight.
They eat one kid and then they think they can just go around eating everybody.
Man-eating crocodiles will feast tonight. In Blood Swamp.
And this is the man keeping these people safe, ladies and gentlemen.
You know he's fibbing, right? Gators don't attack folks. I never heard about no kid getting swallowed by a gator.
Actually, Patricia, you're wrong.
I'm what?
Alligators do attack people, and it could happen in any town.
Huh?
Alligator, 1980. Directed by Louis Teague.
God.
It takes place in the Midwest, I believe. A teenage girl's pet alligator gets flushed down the toilet. Then, in the sewer, it feeds on the corpses of dogs that were used as test subjects for an experimental growth formula.
This movie was the reason why people started thinking there were alligators in the sewers in New York and stuff too.
After growing over 30 feet, it finally starts to go after humans. It's an extremely edifying movie. Back when I first saw it, I had a pet hamster.
I guess I never thought about it before, but it probably was the inspiration for the alligator in Resident Evil 2,
Hey, Agent York.
down in the sewer.
What's your first order of business? You're in charge now, remember?
Well said, Patricia. I nearly lost sight of my true goal. Melvin, I couldn't help but notice the name on the side of that truck. This facility is connected to the victim, isn't it?
Oh, right. Yeah. I reckon I better start from there.
Do you need to get your daughter a uniform so she can be sheriff?
I'm gonna tell it to you straight right from the beginning, Mr. York. As you guessed, this warehouse is run by the Clarksons. The victim's father, Danny Clarkson, is the one who manages the whole place.
Okay, Danny's Lisa's dad. Galena's her mom.
Okay, but
PJ's
why did he choose to store her
the
body
grandpa,
in his own
I
warehouse,
guess.
right? Well, that's because there ain't no other place to store it. Our town has a clinic inside a church, but no morgue. Whenever someone kicks the bucket, we just bury him in the graveyard right outside of town. But not this time. We got a murder on our hands this time.
We gotta solve it this time.
We need to give Lisa's body an autopsy and keep
This
it stored,
time.
right? So we had no choice but to rent out a corner of this warehouse.
I see. So that's what led to the ingenious choice to store the victim's body in a facility that her family owns.
So they're actually charging the police department to store their daughter's body in their warehouse. Huh. Anyway.
This is where the real story begins. Truth is, a few days before you got here, Lisa's body went missing.
What? What? You didn't think to mention that sooner?
Missing.
Yeah. All of a sudden, poof.
Did you leave the warehouse unlocked?
I most certainly did not. I locked the whole place up and made sure no one could get inside. No one stole the original key, and I couldn't find any fingerprints at the scene.
So, in other words, this is a locked room mystery.
The body of a beautiful young girl walks at mid. Hey,
Patricia's literally the only normal person in this town. And that includes York.
all right, CLG.
Yeah, you know me.
Reckon I should have told you about this earlier when you first said you wanted to come here. It just didn't seem like the time or place as I remember. Anywho, how about we call it a day and head back to my office? You can go through all the files there.
No, thank you. This is what I came to investigate.
But Lisa's body isn't here anymore. You sure?
That doesn't bother me one bit, Melvin. You see, I met a skeletal gentleman on my way here, and he was kind enough to give me an oracle.
Okay, good enough for me. Head on inside.
Okay, Patty. I'm going to try asking you that question again. What do you do when you're at home?
I watch TV and look up stuff on the internet, I guess. Ain't much else to do when you're out in the middle of nowhere.
Really? For some reason, I envisioned you working hard to take care of all the chores around the house.
Well, of course I do stuff like that too. But doesn't everyone? Why bother talking about it?
Other kids your age don't help out their parents. They're too busy talking with their friends on the phone or through emails.
That's stupid.
No kids
I
talk
don't
through
get why
emails,
everyone's so
ever.
obsessed with taking pictures of themselves. Then they send them to their friends just to get approval. Talk about cringeworthy.
How do you prefer to boost your self-esteem then?
I don't need to. I have my family. And besides, my daddy's the town sheriff. All I need to be happy is a normal life.
That's awfully mature of you.
Everyone else is just childish. I'm totally normal.
Okay then. So what do you do after you finish all your chores? You don't turn on CNN and pour yourself some bourbon, do you?
CNN. That's kid stuff. What I watch is way more adult than that.
Like what? Live sports?
You just don't get it, Agent York. Full House, Friends, Beverly Hills 90210.
Ugh.
Sitcoms.
In
Sitcoms
2005?
all in one
Bullshit.
package.
You weren't watching that
Entertainment,
stuff in
love,
2005.
life lessons, science fiction. They've got everything you'd ever want. And some cable channels just show reruns all day long. It's the best. Oh, but my favorite TV show is this old one called MacGyver.
God.
The main character is cute and smart. I don't know his real name, but I like him. Oh,
I used to
and I
watch
also
MacGyver.
like Gil Grissom from CSI. I just think it's adorable how he keeps maggots inside his fridge.
Yeah.
Thank you, Patty.
Adorable.
That was very informative. Well, what do you think, Zach? Her tastes are... they're a bit hard to describe. Wait, don't even say it. I know exactly what you're thinking, and I'm in full agreement.
Mm-hmm. Off to the first... I don't want to say... dungeon of the game. First investigation of the game.
You holding up okay, CLG?
Yeah, you know me.
Sure you don't want to wait outside?
I'll be fine, Daddy. Just make sure you don't take your eyes off of him.
He's crazy.
He's so selfish and inconsiderate. I'm still not convinced he's actually a real FBI agent.
Yeah, he's so selfish. He signed a contract to protect you from all the evil in the world.
He's talking to himself again.
Zach, this is the ambiguous zero, the deep freeze. Let's hurry up and find that flying serpent, shall we?
Head to the morgue. I mean, I have plenty of bullets. Got health items. I don't think I'll need them. You have like a food bar and a sleep bar, but it's never really an issue.
Hey, Mr. York. You sure you want to keep investigating this place even though we know the body ain't here?
Of course, Melvin.
The skeletal gentleman gave me an oracle, remember?
It's Skella what?
Skilla who?
Ugh, he's just joking, Daddy. You can't take him seriously.
Huh? Well, was that really a joke, Mr. York?
Absolutely not. Dead serious.
Well, I'll be. I see you've been hiding some real charm into that whole FBI routine.
Sorry, Melvin, but I'm dead serious.
In we go. This place is fucking huge.
This place always gives me goosebumps, no matter how many times I come here.
Yes, it's quite the funhouse. Meat entertainment. That's the only way to describe it. Woven together by life, frozen in time, a visceral, musical...
Symphony. We eat all this in order to survive.
Yes, truly a symphony. Life and death resonating together.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Cool. Whoa now, CLG. Since when were you interested in this kind of stuff?
What are you so surprised for, Daddy? I'm more mature than you are.
True statement.
I've seen way more realistic corpses on CSI, you know.
Oh, man.
At first, Zach, I was shocked by the notion of storing a victim's body alongside food. But as I gaze upon this hanging garden, I realize it's just another scene of violent, depraved murder. Yes, all we need to do is change our point of view, and things will expose themselves in utterly new ways.
Place is gigantic. Better drop a save.
Melvin, I'd like to take this opportunity to ask you a personal question. In the hotel parking lot, when I first met you, the picture you had on your dashboard happened to catch my eye. Was that your wife?
Oh, her? Yeah, that's my lady, all right. Candy. Her name's Candy. The prettiest girl in town, which makes me the happiest boy. A shooting star landed in a rural town, right on top of a man who now has a meteor-struck heart.
You always keep her photo with you?
You bet I do. The truth is, Candy's a little sick right now. She can't even leave the house no more. So I always keep her photograph with me. Kinda feels like we're always together, you know?
I see. You care for your wife a great deal. But this means that...
Yeah, that's right. My mama had me before she married Daddy. But it don't matter. He's still my real daddy to me.
Aww.
Thank you, CLG.
You know me.
And you're my pride and joy.
Well, Zach, isn't this a heartwarming scene? But there's one thing I just can't get out of my mind. Don't you think that photograph looked a bit too old? Perhaps Candy is already... No, let's not think about that.
You would think that maybe she's dead just because the picture looked a little
It might
old?
be a private matter, just like you, Zach.
Hmm.
We're almost to the morgue. The temporary one, at least.
You don't need to keep correcting yourself, Melvin.
I know, but I'm starting to feel guilty all of a sudden.
Why?
You know, from an ethical perspective. It just ain't right to store a teenage girl's body in a place like this.
Still, rephrasing your
With
sentences won't fix
slaughtered
anything.
cattle everywhere? Seems a bit distasteful, does it?
It's a shallow concern, really.
Yeah,
Yeah, to be fair, it doesn't matter. She's already dead, so...
but shoot. I just felt like the least I could do was try to phrase it better.
Better than hanging underneath a bridge in front of some satanic cult altar.
Whew. Don't bother trying to convince him, Daddy. I've only been working with him for a little while, but I already figured out what his deal is.
He's insane.
He ain't right in the head.
Yep, see, there you go.
Whew. The FBI should add a new requirement to their hiring process. Must possess humanity.
Well, he has humanity. He's just insane. I think that's the door we want. I believe. Oh, I forgot we have a stamina bar too. Anything back this way? Doesn't look like it.
Here we are, Zach. The morgue. They stored the victim's body in a cold storage warehouse operated by her family. I'd love to shake the hand of whoever came up with that one.
Hey, Agent York. Did you just come here to laugh at rural officers who are doing the best they can?
Yep.
We don't have any special facilities like you people. What else did you expect us to do, huh? Don't compare us with city folk. This is Lucara.
This is the deep south.
Or maybe you're just disappointed that you didn't get to see the bloated, decomposing corpse of a young girl.
Jeez.
Sorry, you're right. I went a bit too far just now. But don't misunderstand. I honestly think it's a fantastic idea. I'd never try and bully your daddy.
Better not.
Thank you for understanding.
There's something shiny on the ground over there. Search the morgue. Clues to who took Lisa's bodies. You can use visions to acquire important hints. That's what that was on the ground? Just to tell me to use vision? Inspection start.
Boxes of the past? Or presents of the future? Either way, this is a curious time capsule. Forgotten
Shrimp?
boxes. Looks like shelled headless shrimp. When were these boxes brought here? And when will they be taken away?
Those are the real questions.
Zach, can you feel it? The perpetual, unstoppable flow of time. Boxes that got left behind. I can't tell what's inside. What do you think, Zach? I'm gonna go with okra. Yeah, okra.
Frozen okra.
Sure, it must be okra. That's a staple of the South.
Deep South.
These pallets are a mess. Looks like this area isn't used often. Still, the idea to store a body here. It's a novel, sophisticated idea, unlike anything I'd ever come up with. Look at the thermometer, Zach. It's at 10 degrees Fahrenheit, or minus 12.2 degrees Celsius. This must not be the ambiguous zero.
Those are some big footprints. And somebody was barefoot?
Zach, these are human footprints, and they're extremely large. Yes, Zach, I agree. These footprints must belong to someone who's used to walking around in cold temperatures. This frost is shaped like something we're very used to seeing. That's right, a body bag. Lisa's body must have been left here. But there are no signs that the bag was dragged away. So our criminal must possess monstrous strength. Zach, can you see that? Look closely. That's right. There are 4 imprints in the frost on the top of this.
So they hit the light?
It's hard to believe, but I think these are fingerprints.
No way. They'd have to be like
Yes,
10
Zach,
feet
that would
tall.
lead one to believe that the body napper is a giant who's over 10 feet tall.
$60 for inspecting the scene.
Seems like our flying serpent isn't here. Is this everything, Melvin? There aren't any other rooms in this warehouse? No special rooms?
Well, there is the luxury foods warehouse.
Luxury foods? Why didn't you say so earlier?
Now we're talking.
Just thought you wanted to see where the body.
No, I'm here for the food.
I just thought you were only interested in warehouse number 2. Besides, it's underground, so it's even colder than this. You sure you really want to go down there? You could darn well freeze to death. All life will come to an end in the icebound zone. You feel me?
Let's head there at once. I'm sure that must be where we're meant to go.
But what about searching for Lisa's body?
All we need to do is find a 10-foot tall man with monstrous strength. That giant knows where she is.
10 foot tall?
But finding the flying serpent is more important right now. Now please, guide me to the luxury foods warehouse at once. These luxury foods are most likely being used in local Cajun cuisine. I'm so excited to see what we'll find. Aren't you, Zach?
The flying serpent must be lurking in the luxury foods warehouse.